Today we're going to take a look at KOA Lake Bomoseen Campground and Country Store. Come and join us. Lake Bomoseen KOA Holiday. First impressions, they've got great staff. Very friendly, very helpful people. Second impression is that it's a small KOA. It's not like the huge ones. This is more of a quaint style, and it's a holiday, so they have some activities here. It sits on Vermont Route 30 at Lake Bomoseen and Hubbardton, and as you approach from either direction, you'll turn in, and it's gated. You'll stop at the gate and check in at the store. They've got a wonderful store. They have one of the largest and best camp stores that I've ever seen. Food, drinks, camping supplies, toiletries, goodies for the kids, pool stuff. Yeah, it's a nice store. And they do sell ice. And they sell propane gas. There's some rocking chairs on the front of the store. The rockers are a very nice touch. They do have a little ice cream store across from the general store. And they have an arcade, a game room, plenty of electronic games, air hockey, ping pong, and skeet ball. And they have like a prize station. Upstairs from the arcade is a mini golf course. The majority of the roads are paved throughout the campground with the exception of the wilderness area for tent camping. Those are gravel. Plenty of signage directing you the right way to go. Speed limit's 5 miles per hour. After you enter through the gate, you'll notice there are two sections of the campground. Off to the right, you'll find more seasonals, and then transient camping and cabins are off to the left. The very edge of the far left side are some pull-throughs. Some of the sites even have a patio area. Our site had, picnic table and fire ring. We had 30 amp and 20 amp and a water spigot next to it. On the back side was a cable TV box, and we had sewer. Some sites have 50, 30, and 20. All the sites are well marked on the power boxes or on some trees out front. Now I will say for transient sites, there are very few with full hookups. There's only a handful, maybe two handfuls. But over on the seasonal side, everybody's got, hookups over there. The roads in the tenting area or wilderness area are gravel. Tenting sites have a picnic table and a fire ring. And there's a water spigot in the area. They have a number of KOA camping cabins and some cottages too. So what kind of trailers did we see here? Well, we saw a limited number of travel trailers, no pop-ups, no hybrids, and a great number of fifth wheels. We saw one Class A come through. Yeah, so you can get anything in here. Of course, we're kind of in the middle of the week after the 4th of July. So people aren't out camping right now. So it was kind of quiet around here. That was nice. We did see one of those tents that sit on top of your truck. There are two bathhouses, one in the seasonal section and one in the center of the campground. Bathrooms are well cared for. Shower stalls are relatively nice. They have a laundry room, 4 washers, 4 dryers. There is a dump station. It's in the seasonal section of the campground. Since this is a KOA holiday, they do have a number of recreational activities available. Dogs are welcome. There's a small dog park for them to run free in. Clean up after them, please, and keep them on a leash. They do have some dog poo pails around the campground. They have a small pool here, shallow to deep end, and they've got a slide there too. Pool goes from a shallow entry area to 4 feet to 6 feet. And they have a little splash pad area. Pool hours from 9 a.m. to dusk. There's no lifeguard on duty, swim at your own risk. And it's reserved for guests only. Shower before entering, no glass, no pets, no running or rough play. Only swimwear allowed in the pool. They do have a play area for kids. There's a metal jungle gym with some slides. And of course the traditional campground pirate ship. And they have tetherball, volleyball, or maybe even badminton. They have a boat launch area. You can put your boat in the water or rent one of theirs. You're on the north end of the lake and there's a lot of growth here, including cattails and lily pads. Lots of lily pads. They do plow up the waterway so that you can get out to the main body of the lake. Lots of dragonflies too. Water attracts a lot of birds. forest area is conifers on one side and deciduous trees on the other. Did we see any critters around here? Yes, we saw lots of wildlife in the way of squirrels, rodents, chipmunks, gray squirrels, ground squirrels, all over the place. And lots of birds, too, including some eagles that flew overhead. One of the other critters we saw were fireflies. Lots of fireflies. Ray and his friend were out in abundance. And along with that, Evangeline was up in the sky. Lots of stars up there. Beautiful for night gazing, stargazing. So, were there any cons to this campground? Yes, there were at least 2 of them. So let's get into this. The first con is that Highway 30, Vermont 30, is a busy highway during the day. So you can expect a lot of road noise if you're close to there. First site we were given, we were right next to the road. And so during the day it was very noisy. Traffic started around 4 a.m. So yes, that's definitely a con. I don't particularly care for the road noise situation. Let's talk about con number 2. The far left-hand side of the campground, it's built up on some wetlands. They did some fill in and there's wetlands all around it. And so there is some smell from those wetlands. One of the reasons we chose this one was we were going to go over to Ticonderoga and Lake George, and the campgrounds over there are very, very expensive. So this was a nice compromise to stay at. It's about an hour away from either one of those. Well, that's going to do it for our review for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you found it useful, give us a thumbs up. And until next time, we will see you on the streets.